Welcome back to the Scenery Farm. Today's a good day. Today's a day when I get to do a whole bunch of small things that need doing. It started today with feeding my friend's animals because he's away at the trailer. And then I have all these bandsaw blades which I've backed up from a HD36. And I made this kind of jig to go with the Woodland Mills sharpener. And I also have the Woodland Mills tooth setter. So this is me just adjusting for this particular blade, little fine tuning, getting things going, and this is me just backing off on the depth. Or was I going? I was going forward on the depth, a little more aggressive. That's me backing off that bolt so I can go a little deeper on the gully. What I'm using here is just a piece of 1/2-inch cloth tape. There's a little metal dewey that travels around on the bands and it turns off the machine, but I prefer a piece of tape to block the teeth so the pushy forward dealio doesn't have any grab on it. I don't know if you saw me there with the phone, I started my timer. It's 22 minutes to sharpen one of these blades, and that allows me to wander away and do something else. This is the Woodland Mills tooth setter. There's a whole bunch of 1x1 box, 16th wall, hot rolled steel on the ground for a scenery job that's coming up. I'm just lining up, I'm figuring out where the first tooth is after the weld here, and I think that I was putting on the actual the tooth setter. It slides on from the side. I find the first one pointing away from me, and line that up. But it's a little high, so I have to take this wheel, this Allen wrench and this little socket driver, just so I can lower down the holdy-uppy bits, and I can get the tooth between the hammer and the anvil, and tighten that up. It's a pretty quick little adjustment. When I have a tool like this, I have some cheap old versions of whatever I need to hold it. Now that was the first tooth I set. I take a bright orange paint marker, a welding paint marker, and I mark the first tooth, and then you can see every third tooth you can pound through it pretty quickly. You start the weld because often at the weld the pattern of 3 teeth changes because the length of the band and the every 3 tooth kind of dealio, it doesn't always get cut on the third tooth, if you know what I mean. So I pound through it, and pretty soon I'll get to the point where I can see the piece of paint, or the little bit of paint on the hook from the tooth in any moment now. And when I see that, that's when I'll stop setting the teeth in one direction, and then I flip over the handle dealio. There's the weld, so you can see the orange by the weld, just a few teeth on. When I get to there, I make sure I'm in a good spot, and I flip the dude around, and then I start going again. And this is seriously boring for me. I don't know. Yeah, I think I edited it here. There's the weld right there, and I'm coming to the end of it, and I stop, I kind of go, is this the spot? Yeah, there it is, cool. I pop that dude off there. I just take the band off. It's not in shot, but I just flip the band to close it. Once I close it, I've settled on a way to transport the bands by using a piece of just wire. That's like 14 gauge electrical wire out of some Romex. And I put the twist on the outside of the band when it's sharp and on the inside when it's dull. That generator, I had to clean it up. I bought it from a guy who used crappy fuel, and everything was clogged, but it's working just beautifully now. This is my CNC, my M2, nothing on it right now. That was the last show. And this is the CNC out of Guelph, Ontario, and I'm making some corner blocks for the welding. Oh, and where's Jackson? Where did he go? That's his bed. Where's Jackson? Hello, Jackson. Jackson's new to the family. Hello, Jackson. Hello. 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 Then I have some 3D printing going on for a show I'm doing at the school. These are the feet. And then this is me making some more files, and for the other CNC, when I get to making that show, I'm prepping that. Coming up in my shop is an absolute tip, and hopefully today I clean it. Take care.